We're back. Did you miss us? Guess what? Just when you thought you could get rid of us, here we come again.
We are
After a
pulled
nice
back
long,
in.
I guess you would call it a vacation slash hiatus. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, and just in the right time. And ladies too. Don't forget we love our ladies. Yes, yes. And not forget our ladies either. We love our ladies. We love
Hey,
our lady
girlfriend, good to
our
see
lady
you.
fans as well. But we're back, and Jackson, it's an important day because it's Selection Sunday for college football. Yes, it is. It's Selection Sunday in college football. Not quite March Madness, but it's close. It's pretty close, and we've got some interesting things to talk about. One in particular to deal with your Crimson Tide, which we'll get to. And of course, we'll talk about some bowl games along the way. Where do we think, look at some bowl games and look ahead to the rest of the season. And then, of course, me and Jackson, do not worry. Me and Jackson will be making bowl predictions and championship predictions as well. We're back. We're back in it. Uh, Nova Bean heck did not freeze over. Me and
No,
Jackson are just fine. Me and
we
Jackson, we
let
are
we let our schedules
preponderance.
let
Things
our schedules do the mess
life
around with
happens
us.
sometimes, but we're here now and we're back for the rest of the season. We're here tonight. We'll be here for bowl season. We're going to be here until we crown a champion, and then we'll be back on vacation again. And Steve,
What's up, Steve?
and
Good
Steve
to
giving the
see you, man.
congratulations to Indiana. I'll say this too. I mean, we'll get to Indiana, but that was a great game yesterday. I
Man,
mean, I'm happy for Indiana. Um, they earned that game.
oh yeah,
Um, mhm. And here's the thing too. I mean, I'm so happy for Signetti. I mean, what he's done is incredible. And but being
yeah,
said, I had no idea Indiana's defense was that tough. Listen, we're going to talk about it here in a minute, but Indiana legit can win the whole thing this year. They're that good on both sides of the ball. Like they can legit win the whole thing. Like, and yesterday just proved that point even more. But with that being said, though, Jackson, Selection Sunday, one of my favorite times of the year in basketball and football because you get all this drama, you get all these things stirred up, and you get different things. You know, is this team in? Is this team out? Or oh, is there a chance this team could go on a winning streak and somehow go on a run? I love these kind of things. And Steve says ESPN has a monopoly on the CFP. Rotate the CFP between the networks. Tired of announcers lobbying for their favorite team. Oh, Jackson, we'll get
God.
into that in a minute. I'm sure. I'm sure he'll have a few things to say.
Oh yeah.
Take it away, good buddy. Take it away.
There's
Let's
too
go.
many. Yeah, because like I noticed like a lot of people where it's like we know ESPN's doing that with the ACC. We know Fox is doing it with the Big Ten. The Big 12 is kind of like the Meg Griffin of college football at this point. But you know, it is what it
Mm-hmm.
is. And oh my god. Like
Mm-hmm.
and Notre Dame got screwed, I will say. But the
We'll
way
get to
they
that.
went
We'll
on
get to
about
that.
it,
We'll,
huh?
I said we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Don't worry, good buddy. You'll have your moment.
Yep.
You'll have your moment.
Oh yeah.
But go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, because I mean, it's just gonna be interesting to see what happens. But like, what happened today, I think it's gonna have a long effect on college football
Mm-hmm.
within the next 10 to 20 years.
Yes. And like you said, Jackson, I mean, we're going to talk about it all, but I feel like Jackson, this is one of them. I don't I don't think no matter what the committee did today, someone was going to fuss about something. It's just the fact of the matter. It's just one of them. And Babine says if Notre Dame was in the ACC, they would be in the playoffs. They did it to themselves. See now, Babine, you're going to get Jackson. going on that whole spiel again about Notre Dame needs to join a conference. Here we go again with that. Like, don't get Jackson started on that because we'll be here a while. Like, and yes, Steve, we're going to address that too. So, Jackson, let's get to the meat of the matter since people are talking about it. Here's the 12-team bracket, the official final bracket, and let's kind of go dissect this one by one. Started with Indiana at number 1. Any problems with that?
No problems. They earned it.
Okay. I agree. I mean, they did. They beat maybe the team that could win the whole thing, Ohio State again, and they did it on both sides of the football. I've got no problem with Indiana being number 1. Ohio State at number 2, Jackson. Any fault in that?
No issue with that at all.
Okay. Georgia at 3.
It's all right with me. Texas Tech 4, no issues.
Texas Tech at 4.
No issues.
No issues. Now, the only thing I would say is I know there was a little debate about it. Maybe Georgia should have jumped Ohio State after the way they handled you guys yesterday. What do you think about that, Jackson?
About what?
That being an argument. Georgia jumping Ohio State for the 2. Georgia jumping Ohio State.
That's fine. It's like you can have whoever you want, number
2. Ooh, this is interesting. Steve said Oregon could be 4. Well, the Ducks are at 5. What do you think, Jackson? Do you think the Ducks should have jumped Texas Tech?
No.
Okay. Steve said Oregon could be 4. They could be. But the way Texas Tech has looked all year, I mean, legitimately, we'll talk about it more, but Texas Tech could be one of those years where a Big 12 team could win the whole thing. I'm not predicting that on record right now, but they could do it. Ole Miss at 6, Jackson. Any problem with that?
Not really.
Okay. A&M at 7. Any problem with that?
Do whatever you want with A&M. I don't care.
Okay. Because, Jackson, that was another thing they were talking about today. A&M and Ole Miss, they could have flipped that. Oklahoma at 8, Jackson. I think a lot of people were in agreement Oklahoma was safely in the field, no matter what happened yesterday.
Agree.
What do you think about Oklahoma at 8?
Well, I mean, Isaiah Satanga has basically helped them clinch their way to a playoff berth, so they're good.
Now, here's where the debate starts, Jackson. 9 and 10, Miami and Alabama. Here's where we get into the good, where we get into the meat of the matter, where we get into it. So, Jackson is waiting to explode on number 10. No, I think Jackson will give.
Oh, you didn't see me on the instant reaction live stream on SC at the Voice College Football Bean.
I've got my stance on it. I've got my take on it, but since this is your team, Jackson, I'll let you go first. What do you think?
I'm all right with it. I mean, because it was like I kind of figured we were in the playoffs, and I think Alabama pushed their luck yesterday against Georgia. Alabama's been ravaged by injuries this year, especially in the SEC title game where we didn't have Josh Cuevas. That hurt a tremendous ton. It hurt us a lot not having him out there. And now that we know next week, well, we're gonna find out, see what happens. All we really have to do is put a ton of pressure on Oklahoma. We're good. And I mean, I'm not really expecting a natty out of Alabama this year. That's not happening. I mean, we get like 1 or 2 playoff wins. That's it. I don't see us going any further than the quarterfinals or the semifinals.
Mm-hmm. I mean, here's the thing with Alabama, Jackson. That what you and Jeffrey have said all along. You said Alabama should be in the field, no matter what happened in the SC title game, unless Bama got beat by 3 scores, right? That's what y'all were saying all week. That was a doomsday scenario. But you look at how Bama played yesterday, they got absolutely whooped on both sides of the ball. Think about this, Jackson. You're a big historical guy. Alabama had -3 rushing yards the first time since 1968. Think
Yeah.
about that, Jackson. 1968. This, to me, Jackson, it was one of them. Georgia literally took you to task yesterday. And my thing is with that is I understand the people saying, how can we punish BYU, but we're not going to punish Bama? See, and that's
Mhm.
where the argument starts. Where
Yeah.
Steve's earlier point of he's tired of these networks basically defending and doing these things for certain teams. And here's my thing. Bama, they went to Georgia and ended Georgia's 33 game home winning streak. They had one of the best wins maybe in the country. But then what happened yesterday in Atlanta kind of, I won't say erased that, but kind of watered it down because they got their butts handed to them in prime time, in front of the world. And it's and then it becomes one of them, Jackson. I don't I think here's the thing, Jackson, and we'll get to Miami here in a second, but it's just like I just think if they weren't Alabama, they would have been like BYU yesterday. They would have been left out to dry. They would have been left at the altar. Am I wrong in saying that?
No. I really think, honestly, yeah, with all this, with what's happened with Notre Dame, Miami, and Alabama, I think a lot of it is the committee didn't want to risk pissing off Bama. They didn't want to piss off ESPN. And they didn't want to piss off the ACC, but they thought to themselves, well, everybody hates Notre Dame for being an independent. Everybody hates Notre Dame's guts,
Mm-hmm.
and we can just say Notre Dame's a bunch of assholes for not being in a conference, so we can just do that. We're good. And I never I mean the whole people hating Notre Dame not being in a conference. They don't know why they hate Notre Dame. It's
Mm-hmm.
just, well, I mean, like ESPN's so mad at them. No, they're not. They're mad as hell that they don't own Notre Dame. That's the thing, though. That's why a lot of these networks are pissed. It's because they don't own Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're really mad about. They're and a lot of the conferences, they're mad that, and I think a lot of it is too, is like a lot of the teams are mad that they have to share the money, right? And they're jealous of
Mm-hmm.
Notre Dame keeping the money themselves. They're jealous of Notre Dame,
Mm-hmm.
honestly. And I mean, it's like it's like married people pressuring a single guy or a single girl to get married and have kids. Not because they want you to,
Mm-hmm.
but because they're like, well, I'm mad that you're not married because I don't know why. I'm just like, oh, I'm miserable. Or here's another analogy I'm gonna use. Here's what it is. It's like a corporation being jealous that they can't buy off a small business. That's what they are. They're mad about that. And they're whipping up a whole lot of people against
Mm-hmm.
them. And there's a bad story as to why Notre Dame's not in the conference. It goes all the way back to the 1900s to the 1910s. Notre Dame
See,
actually
Jackson,
Mhm.
I just want to bring this up. I know where you're going with this, but when you get done with that, Steve's got a question for you there, good buddy.
So they should relax
Go.
while everyone plays conference championships double. Why not just have them play a team that's in the bubble for the playoff race? That can be like Notre Dame's
Mm-hmm.
13th game. Why not have that? I mean, you could just do that. Like, you could just have like Notre Dame, Vanderbilt. That's what I would
Mhm,
do. Yes, that.
mhm.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you. Fielding Yost had a grudge against Catholic. Yes, that's what it is. Because like that's the whole thing. And
See,
oh shoot, sorry.
mhm.
But yeah, it's just like I've never really understood this hatred on Notre Dame. It's like, and a lot of the people that are mad about Notre Dame having, oh, well, they get to make their own schedule. Oh, they get to have their own TV news. Oh, they don't have to share with anybody. Oh, well, they just get whatever they want. I guarantee a lot of those people that don't like Notre Dame, they would love to be in Notre Dame's place. I'm not even a
See,
Notre Dame man, and I'm seeing this with my eyes. It's
see,
that's funny, Godfather. I love it, man. Notre Dame.
see, see. Here's the thing, though, Jackson. You should actually be happy Notre Dame got left out because here's why. Because what would happen, Jackson, is we've started hearing this ever since this new 12 teams started, and even with the 4 team to some extent. But here's the thing,
Mhm.
Jackson, if Miami would have got left out, we're already hearing Texas fuss about why should we schedule Ohio State? Why should we schedule Michigan? It would have been the same thing with Miami. Why should we schedule Notre Dame? We beat them fair and square head to head, and you're not going to honor that? At least think about that. That's why I think a lot of people, if you're in favor of these bigger games being played, if you're one of these people that are like you, Jackson, that are like, we need blue bloods to play one another. We need better competition. Week
Yeah.
1, week 2, week 3, before we get to conference play. This is a perfect example of the committee basically saying, okay, we're still, if you beat a good team, a team with a pulse, we are going to honor that. You should
Well,
be more faith. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, and I think also we need to go back to being able to have like big non-con games in October and November. But I know that doesn't happen
Mm-hmm.
anymore. But maybe it can go back to happening. I don't know. And it's just had a huge fallout, honestly. And this whole Notre Dame just saying, no, we're not going to the Pop Tarts Bowl. Screw that. We're out of here. We're not. You assholes screwed us out of the playoffs. We're gonna screw you out of your money. I understand that, but then it's like you basically screwed your players out of 15 practice reps. You're basically telling the committee they're right to leave you out. I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
like telling your boss you quit after he does one thing you don't like. Like, a good boss, not like an asshole boss like Mr. Krabs. I'm talking about a good boss that you got, a chill boss. You're quitting your
Mm-hmm.
job because, oh, well, your boss made a move you didn't like or gave an order you didn't like. And you're like, nope, I
Mm-hmm.
quit. I'm moving on. I'm going to find somebody better like that. That was way too emotional. And I get, on the one hand, I don't like it. But there is part of me that likes it because you get to screw over corporate billionaires like Disney for once. For once, they don't get to see their millions. That I'm happy of. Because after all,
See,
Disney deserves this for taking the Owl House away in 2021, for screwing over dead kids' parents by not letting them have the Spider-Man picture on his grave. They deserve it for
but
whipping up an entire nation against one another in college football. They deserve to
but
get
see,
screwed over for screwing over Major League Baseball. They deserve to get screwed over
but here's the
for
thing.
screwing up Sports Center and screwing over Chris Berman. They deserve that.
See,
They deserve that. But at the same time, Notre Dame screwed. So,
mm-hmm.
and by the way, that was not Marcus Freeman that made that move. It was the school officials at Notre Dame that made that call. Okay, we're not playing in a bowl game. We're not playing in the Pop Tarts Bowl. Because I'm going to be honest, if you play in the Pop-Tarts bar, if you say, okay, I'm pissed off, you're on my shit list, but I'm going to show you why you're wrong. Because that's what you do in life. If somebody screws you over and it's like the first time, yes, you should consider quitting. But if you're going to quit, have a plan A through Z. If you're like pissed off, show them why they're wrong. And Notre Dame playing in the Pop-Tarts Bowl would do that. That's what Alabama did in 1966. That's what Ohio State did 2017. That's what Miami did in 2000. Now, Florida State did not do that in 2023. They were like, nope, we're not going to play in the Orange Bowl. We're just going to like sit there like ducks on a pond. That's it. And, you know,
But here's the thing, though. I want to push back a little bit, Jackson, to things that you said. I get you're praising Notre Dame for what they're doing, but it's their own fault, though. Why are we going to reward them for losing to Miami? Is my thing. Why are we going to reward that? I understand sometimes you can't look at head to head all the time. That's fine. Like it's like with Bama and Texas a couple years ago. Even though Texas beat you all in your building, you all got better as the season went on and you won the SEC that year. Like I get that. Like that's understandable. Or no, you didn't win the SEC that year. My bad. Or did you? No, Georgia won it that year. No. Yeah, you did win the SEC. Okay, I'm confused myself. Anywho, Jackson, like I understand where you're coming from, but why Miami won the game? No matter how they did it, they won the game. They earned the right to be
Miami
there.
would get it because if Miami played Notre Dame again, they would get blistered by Notre Dame. And Notre Dame will show that next year in November 2026.
That's where I push back just a little bit with you. Not because I have a bias against Notre Dame or nothing. I like Notre Dame. I hope they do good for Will's sake and for our other Notre Dame people. It's just they lost to Miami. They lost the game, and they lost to Texas A&M. They lost their two best games. Why are we rewarding them? They failed.
Because they went on a hell of a winning streak afterwards. You're going to punish a hell of a winning streak.
But we also have to look too at who they beat us along the way. And like Steve says, their best win is USC. Like we have to look at everything in context. And some people will say, like today, I heard a couple different times, if we put Notre Dame and Miami on a neutral field today, who would you pick to win? And everybody probably said Notre Dame. That's fine. But guess what? We don't have hindsight of 50-50. We played the game week 1, and Miami was the better team that day. And guess what? They earned the right to be here. They earned the right to go play Texas A&M and a chance to go play for a championship. They earned that right. Notre Dame failed and lost. Now they need to regroup and pick themselves back up and go play the bowl game.
But you can't base everything off of week 1. Week 1 is not every week of the year.
But here's the thing, though, Jackson. The point is, though, Miami still won the game. You're basically telling people, if you beat a team, we're still going to put the other team in. So that head-to-head you schedule, that really doesn't matter. And Jackson, and it trickles down to
you play bad against no offense to Louisville. You play bad against a Louisville team that collapsed. You lost to Louisville. Louisville collapsed for the rest of the season, right? And then you lose to SMU. Once again, SMU close but no cigar. Notre Dame lost to an 11-1 Texas A&M team. Notre Dame lost. So it's like Miami lost to 4 lost teams. So,
but here's the thing, though, Jackson. But here's the thing, though, and I want to bring this up because this is a great point Dave brings up. He said, every game matters on your schedule. I don't care if it's week 1 or week 14. Exactly. Because, Jackson, we're setting a precedence here. And I mean this with all due respect. If Notre Dame is going to bank, oh, we lost our 2 biggest games, but look at what we did coming down the stretch winning 10 in a row. That's good. But here's the thing. Thing with that though, you lost the two biggest games. You lost your two biggest games, and you lost to Miami, Notre Dame. You lost. You're not the better team. And Jackson says, but the team that collapsed against Louisville beat Notre Dame.
I can tell you
He's
one
got
thing we can all agree on.
what's that?
Alabama, Miami, Notre Dame would all beat the hell out of James Madison. That's for sure. I don't care that James Madison's a conference champ. You're basically just giving out a participation trophy by putting James Madison in.
So, real fast, before we move on to this, let me ask you something, Jackson. How much do you think coming into conference championship weekend, Jackson? Would you say Bama was safe? Right?
Well,
You said
yeah.
Bama was safe.
Oh, Alabama,
So
100%. Alabama's 150% safe. Although
okay.
they pushed their luck on Saturday by putting it in the committee's hands like they did.
So let me ask you this, Jackson. Looking at how they bracketed everybody and everything in the standings, do you think with BYU going down and Bama getting belts to butts, so to speak, as you like to call it,
Oh, yeah.
who do you think the argument was between? Do you think it was a Miami Notre Dame debate or Alabama Notre Dame
I
debate?
would say it was more of a Miami Notre Dame debate, but really they should have just teamed up against Bama, in my opinion. And they probably should have done that, but and I think I feel like too is if Marcus Freeman was in chains and shit like that, wearing gold chains, they would have put Notre Dame in. But because Marcus Freeman doesn't act like that, he doesn't wear jewelry around his fingers constantly. They don't have Notre Dame in. That's definitely a reason why.
Mm-hmm. And
They
I mean,
hate
here's the
his
thing,
ass.
too.
They hate his ass. He's a good coach, man. I'm telling you right now, 2026, Notre Dame is definitely going to be a team to watch for in the world of college football. I mean, if they really had the 12 best teams in college football, they would
And
have.
defending.
Yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Notre Dame and BYU would be in place of Tulane and James Madison. Like I like Tulane and James Madison, but I mean, if we didn't have like this BS conference chant rule and just had like the 12
Well,
best teams,
see,
or better yet, we just had like a group of 5 playoff. James Madison, Tulane would be the top 2 of the group of 5, but you would have like
here's
BYU and Notre Dame at 11 and 12.
here's the thing, Jackson. There's plenty of debate with this, and we're going to put the calling link in the chat. You all can come in and talk as well. We want to hear your thoughts on this as well, but keep it respectful, though. Keep it respectful. Challenge the argument, not the person. No need to attack anybody.
There you
I'm
go.
looking at you, Caden. Looking at you, Mr. Buckeye over there. Okay. But Tulane, James Madison. Here's the thing, Jackson. Here's the thing with this. I've got no problem with James Madison, Tulane being in a 12-team playoff.
I do.
No matter what you want to say, Jackson, they played who was on their schedule, they won, and they had things break their way. The problem is, though, Jackson, is the inclusivity of it.
Yes.
Is people, the reason why they're getting upset now, Jackson, is because teams like Utah, Vanderbilt, Texas, and Notre Dame are getting left out. That's why people are getting fussy now. Because here's the thing, I have no problem with 2 group of 5 teams in. If they earned their way in and they won their conference, good. Yes, I get it. It doesn't make for entertaining games. That's fine. But at least you're rewarding the group of 5 team. You're telling them, hey, we haven't forgotten about you. We still value. And here's the thing, Jackson. Tulane. I know people will say James Madison, but Tulane, Jackson, they have a very strong case to be here. Be here,
Yes.
though, Jackson. They have a
They
very
beat
strong
the
case.
ACC champ Duke themselves. So there's that.
Exactly. They have a very strong case to be here. And here's the thing: people, Jackson, saying Ole Miss Tulane's going to be a blowout. Here's the thing, Jackson: Ole Miss Tulane played all those weeks ago, and they're two different teams now. A lot has happened since that time. I'm not saying Ole Miss is going to lose this game, but don't be surprised if it's closer. Bama, Oklahoma, they played a couple weeks ago. Bama's got a chance to right or wrong. I mean, we've got two rematches from the regular season that we get to see again, and we'll get to see these results. Like, people don't realize it sometimes, Jackson, but Bama and Tulane get to right or wrong. They get a chance to prove their doubters wrong. They get to go to the and that's the thing too, Jackson. I'm excited for Bama, Oklahoma again because if Bama beats Oklahoma, then they avenge one of their losses. They prove to the world, hey, we can be here. And here's the thing too, Jackson, with that as well. I understand, like you said, Tulane, they have a good argument. James Madison, I would have personally put Duke in myself. I would have put Duke in because I know, Jackson, let me say my piece, and then you can, and I know the chat's going to have a field day with me here in a minute. Duke won a Power Four conference. They won the ACC. No matter how they got there to do it, they won it. And they beat a very good Virginia team. No matter how you want to slice it, that was a 10-win football team. No matter how they got there, they won 10 games. And Duke has 7 Power Four wins, and they won a Power Conference. And I'm going to say this right here, right now, and Jackson knows this is the truth. Manny Diaz is the man that I told you all he could be. I told you all when Duke hired Manny Diaz, I said, this is a great, great hire. And I remember Jackson said, I don't know about that, good buddy. Look at his reputation at Miami. Look what happened there, good buddy. I don't know about that. And all these years later, my fruition's coming. I said right here, I said, when he got hired, I said, Duke's going to win the ACC with Manny Diaz. You watch. You watch.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, here we are.
Well,
go ahead, good buddy. Go ahead.
My rebuttal, Duke won the AC. Who gives a shit? They're a 5-loss team. Who gives a shit? That's what I say. They got blistered by Illinois. Tulane beat them. UConn beat them. I mean, that's not a team that would be winning playoff games. If you're putting them in the playoffs, you're just asking for them to get blistered by Oregon.
I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing, though, Jackson. But JMU might be the same outcome. That's my thing with this, Jackson, is you're sitting over here trying to defend Duke being a 5-loss team. Do we know they have a better chance than JMU? Not really.
Yeah, they would get their ass kicked.
Here's the thing. Duke would probably do better than JMU will. I would put money on that. Because Duke has a really good football team, Jackson. Mensa and that offense, they were finding their stride late in the year. They were finding their stride late in the year. And it just bugs me. And Jackson, and I've even said this, there was going to be a year or two where we were going to have a 4 or 5-loss team make a conference championship and win it. Did I not tell you and Jeffrey and Will and everyone that would listen to me that would happen?
Yeah.
And here we are. But, I mean, overall, though.
But it's funny that Manny Diaz got Duke ended their conference title drought in the AC before Miami even got one ACC title.
Yes, that's what's funny about it. But I will say this, though, Jackson. There's a lot of things looking ahead to this. There's a lot of things we can look forward to. Whether we agree with it or not, it's over. And it might be one of the most controversial brackets we have, Jackson.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. The field's set now, Jackson. And we've got games to be played. We're going to crown a champion in January.
Yep.
I know we're not going to make predictions, but First round game, Jackson. Which one you looking forward to watching the most?
Honestly, for me, it's Alabama, Oklahoma, the revenge story.
Mm-hmm. I got you. I think A&M Miami, that could be a show stealer. And you know what's funny, Jackson? I kind of want to see Miami win. I want to see a Miami Ohio State quarterfinals game. Because here's the thing, Jackson. If Miami is as good as we think they are, if they can beat A&M and then go and knock the national champions out,
God.
Miami could set the world on fire. I mean,
If Miami goes to a natty, I will be wearing a Miami shirt.
okay, hold on. What's the time and date? December 7th at 11:02 Eastern Time, 10:02 Central. Jackson Johnson said, and I quote, if Miami goes to the national title game, let me mark this down. He will wear a Miami t-shirt. You heard it here first, folks. Just for that, go Miami, go Canes.
Yep. But there is
Yes.
a loophole of it. There is a loophole of it, Exploited. You never
What's that?
had to say, I only have to wear one Miami t-shirt. I have a few of them. Old buddy of mine, an old man that I knew that was an old neighbor of mine, gifted me some Miami shirts. So it's like, there you go.
I don't care as long as you're in a Miami shirt and saying "Go Canes." That's good with me.
Oh, I ain't
So
saying go
Canes is
Canes. I
awesome.
said I wear the shirt. I didn't say I would say go Canes. That's the thing, though.
Austin said Austin they bias exposed red alert.
Well, duh. He's like Mordecai simping over Margaret, but with Duke football.
See, here's the thing. We kind of need Miami to do something. That way, it doesn't make the AC look like a complete dung heap. Because, like, look at
No,
this
they need to
field.
be punished for doing nothing to help Notre Dame. So there you go. They need to be punished.
Wait,
They need to get.
Jackson, they beat Notre Dame.
They
They
need to.
beat Notre Dame.
Nah. If there's one thing I love, it's a good ass revenge story. Just
here's the thing, though,
add
Jackson.
Margot Robbie resting at the movie theater, and you really got a good revenge story right there. Like, cause there you go. Like, cause that's what it would be right there. Like that's what I want to see. Like, I'm kind
Here's
of
the
wanting
thing.
to see the ACC crash and burn at this point. I'm kind of like, you know what?
What?
Go for it. I do. They didn't have. I mean, Notre Dame has made a shit ton of money for them. Think about this. Since Notre Dame has been in the ACC, they've given them everything. And that's the thing. I'm going to tell you. I'm telling you. Duke is so screwed, and they're going to find out real quick. Wake Forest, Virginia, and yeah, they're screwed. Clemson is fine. Florida State's fine. Miami is fine. I mean, honestly, like if the ACC winds up becoming like the Pac-12, then stuff like this is why. They didn't have Florida State's back in 2023. They sat on their ass, did nothing. They sat on their ass, did nothing to help Notre Dame, who's made them all kinds of money, right? Nothing. Notre Dame saved their ass during COVID. You have to remember that. Notre Dame saved their ass during COVID in 2020. Keep that in mind. And I'm telling you, if you don't have Notre Dame in the AC, you're going to find out who really paid the bills. It's like you're like the ACC is like a spoiled kid who has been like sucking off mom and dad for years and lived off their name. That is what they're like right now.
So, here's the thing, though, Jackson. As much as we can listen to each other argue here, there's other people on here.
Oh, absolutely.
This is a college show. Yes. And we'll bring them one at a time, 5 minutes, 6 minutes. And we'll start off Let's just go on and get it out of the way. The one man who wants to celebrate. Let's go
Come
on and
on.
get it out of the way. Come on, Caden. Let's hear it.
Oh, you're a Steeler now. What's up, man?
Well, Jackson, you noticed the jersey. Smart of you. The only reason I have this jersey is because I like the guy whose jersey this is. James freaking Harrison. You not notice the number 92? James Harrison.
Yep. Hey, James Harrison's a legend, man.
And you know what? I listened to the podcast, Devo and Joe. By the way, check it out. It's a real man's podcast about football. Come on now.
What's the podcast
But
name again?
Devo, like as in James Debo Harrison,
Yeah.
and Joe, as in Joe Hayden. Listen on YouTube.
All right.
NFL legend. And I'm going to say this out of the way. I'm not mad at all. Number 2, we lost to Indiana. I'm not mad. But, here's the better news. Jackson and Austin. And Austin, that Twinkie-eating little sucker right there. I got some news for you boys. Will and D loses the $500 bet to yours truly because Notre Dame basically said they quit the playoffs this year. So, Will and D, get your butt in here, buddy.
Oh God. Oh my
See,
God.
here's
Oh,
the thing,
you took
Caden.
Godfather's shades. Oh man. Oh man. Well, the link is in the chat, Godfather. You're welcome to come on in and play that harmonica.
I'm
See,
asking
here's the
Will and
thing,
D to
Caden.
come in here because he's got to give me $500 because he lost.
Oh Lord.
See, here's the thing. I'm sure Jeffrey and Will are going to do a show here soon, Caden, and you can go bug them. We don't. But I will say though, Caden, what'd you think of the game yesterday between Indiana and Ohio State? In all seriousness.
Personally, I thought my boys were going to go in there and absolutely hammer them like they did to Michigan. And then, Frederick Mendoza decided to change his plans. Coach didn't learn the last time of what happened. I got to give them credit. Indiana's earned my respect, actually, to be fair, as an honest Buckeye fan. And actually, I was just talking to somebody about it earlier, that I said that they gave my respect after last night. So, like I said, I'm not mad. Like, I'm not going to rage or rip the t-shirt. I'm pretty much done with that at this point. And it's pointless now because we're still in the playoffs. Jackson, would you mind pulling up that YouTube? Go on my YouTube channel, please, and pull up that post. I just posted it. Please, sir, I would appreciate it because it's some news I want you to see.
Let me see. Let me go
Go
ahead.
on my YouTube channel. You know what it is, Cade and the Diesel Freak. You know where to find it.
I know. Here we go.
I know you like the James Harrison
this,
jersey.
though,
Oh, James Harrison rolls, man.
I will say this though. Okay, you even have to admit watching that yesterday. How do you feel about the O-line for the Buckeyes? Because Indiana kind of manhandled them yesterday in the trenches. Is that concerning at all?
I feel like this game is just letting our offensive line know, hey, we've got to keep the momentum up on the offensive line side of the ball. Because if we don't keep that momentum up, there's going to be some serious problems. It's on my YouTube page, Jackson. Nope. Yeah, go to my YouTube page and go to my post. It's the first one I just posted to just today. A little special announcement.
Oh, man, congratulations.
Mary J. Watson, you know who you are. Shout out to you. You took the hand of the Diesel Freak.
Congratulations, my guy.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you.
It's blowing up.
And personally, literally Friday, that woman took my hand, asked me, and I said, hell yes. Finally, for the first time, I said, hell yes.
That's so cool, man.
I know the Diesel Freak has got a woman. I know.
We're happy for you, my guy. Congrats.
Well, I dang sure know it's going to be a happy relationship. And trust me, I'm adding more jerseys to the collection. This is just jersey number one getting added to the collection. I got a couple more jerseys I'm going after. But, we'll just see where that ends up. I don't know whose jerseys I might go after next. Terrell Suggs, maybe Ray Lewis. I don't know. Who knows where this jersey collection is going to end up. But mainly about this jersey collection, it's mainly the guys like James Harrison, just the meanest bad boys on the planet. And I dang sure know Austin wouldn't line up against me any dang day of the week if he played in the same high school division as me. I guarantee it. He would not line up against
I
me
was a basketball
by
player,
any means
Caden. I
necessary.
wasn't football. I was a basketball player. I wasn't football.
Austin, I still know you wouldn't line up against it because you know I would bulldoze your rear end, boy.
You probably would, but guess what, Caden? It's called I got a state championship trophy over there that's waiting to be put up in my office here for basketball. So
You're just scared because you're eating them Twinkies because you know if you came face to face with me, Austin, your little carcass would get bulldozed by this man right here, and you dang know it.
Oh, Lord.
I don't eat
Oh,
Twinkies,
and Jackson
Caden.
knows it too. Jackson knows it too. I could bulldoze his rear end anytime I please, if he did. Oh, yeah, Jackson knows it. He's just scared to admit it.
Oh,
Godfather
What?
just told me. I'm laughing at
Godfather, where are you?
Caden.
I can't hear you, Godfather.
God.
Hey, Caden, you might get your wish, though, in all seriousness, though. Alabama, Ohio State, if Bama makes a run at it, we could see a Bama, Ohio State national championship game, and you would get your wish, Caden. You would get Jackson Jeffrey on a silver platter.
Well, here we go. We got the Godfather on the line.
That's for you, Caden. My heart bleeds for you. The smallest harmonica in the world.
Hey, Godfather, you didn't see the post? Jackson, will you please pull it up again?
I saw
Absolutely.
it. I don't want to see that
Please pull it
garbage
up
no more.
again.
It's garbage. It's garbage. I don't want to see it. Take the garbage off. I
Pull it up again,
want
Jackson.
to see garbage. I
Pull it up.
burn garbage.
All right, I got pulled up, Caden.
There it is. Whose hand is that? You holding your own hand?
No, that is my first girlfriend's hand. Dummy.
Let me get my glasses on. Wait just a damn minute. Whose hand is that? You holding your own hand? Cut this stuff off.
He says it's Mary J. Watson.
Austin, cut this stuff off. They're gonna throw us off here for pornography. Cut this off. Cut it off. All right,
That ain't
there it is.
even porn, first of all. That's second of all. I literally just showed me holding my first girlfriend's hand. And literally, I didn't even show her outfit.
Oh man. All right. We'll let you slide tonight then.
No, Godfather, you're just perverted. That's all.
Oh, that's listen. Me and Jeffrey, we celebrating Indiana, Alabama in the playoff. We've been celebrating for 24 hours.
Well, didn't y'all hear you got smacked by Georgia?
I don't give
why.
a damn about Georgia. Who gives a damn about Georgia?
I know you were crying last night when Georgia beat y'all.
Our record against Georgia is 9-2. It's not even worth talking about.
Not even worth talking about. Jackson,
No.
do you know how many Alabama fans I heard last night crying after y'all got manhandled by Georgia last night? Jeez.
Who's crying in your eyes?
I don't even, I know some of my friends from down in Georgia, Florida, anybody that I follow on Twitter. I mean, I've seen the 9 yards of it. Come on now.
Oh my
Lord.
Minus 3 yards rushing. You gotta count the sacks and the yards that give up by sacks when you add up that minus 3 yards in rushing. See, people don't know what they're doing. See, that's why they got to take off their shoes to count to 10 like you do. But anyway.
Oh, come on now, Godfather. You know that's so full of crap. You know that, right?
We're gonna beat Oklahoma. We might not win another game after Oklahoma, but if they beat Oklahoma, I'm gonna really be celebrating.
No, because here's the deal. If y'all lose to Oklahoma again, which y'all will choke to Oklahoma, y'all are out.
Well, listen, we got to go down to the old folks' home to get players. Everybody on our team's hurt.
Oh man. Well, hey,
Caden,
Oh,
real
heck, the
fast,
Godfather's
real
gonna go
fast.
suit up for the Crimson Tide. I don't even think if they make him shoulder pads his own size.
Oh,
Jeez.
man.
Caden,
I could fit in a Crimson
you're
Tide
beating up on.
uniform better, but I would prefer the Ohio State uniform. Come on now.
Oh, man. Oh, Lord.
Hold on, real
Hey,
fast.
straighten him out, Austin. Straighten him
Caden,
out. Straighten him out.
Austin,
before we let
speak.
you go, though, Caden. Yes, before we let you go, Caden, I want you to understand you're beating up on Godfather and Jackson over losing to the team that might win the whole thing. Georgia, maybe
Might
one of
be.
the best teams in the country.
Could be. Could be.
You're you're beating up Godfather over that. You lost to Indiana, one of the losingest programs in history, Caden. I think you should know your role and step aside. Let the big boys handle business here.
Austin, I don't even know why you're saying
Yes.
that I'm upset. Upset. Personally, I am not upset we lost to Indiana because look at the poll right now. We're number 2. They're number 1. We could do what we did last year. We lost the one game to Michigan, beat the 4 other teams in the playoffs, and win the national championship. So it's not an impossibility that we could get out of the playoffs. It's more of a possibility we could be back-to-back national champions after this.
Okay.
So
It's
I
a very
don't
real
see why you're
possibility.
saying that I'm upset, Austin. I don't see why.
Well, Caden, I
I
just want to
mean,
mention congratulations on the
Oh, by the
engagement.
way, Jackson, do me a favor. Try to at least call Alabama Caleb DeBoer to get you and Godfather some shoulder pads because apparently if they're going to recruit y'all, you're going to need some shoulder pads and some jerseys and you're going to need everything. So just a little piece of advice. You better give the athletic Alabama folks there at the athletic facility a phone call, especially for Austin. Because I bet Caleb DeBoer would love to have you as some backups.
Oh, no.
Hey,
All
by the
right.
way,
Oh,
roll Buckeyes roll.
Roll Tide, roll. Rammers,
roll,
hammer,
Tide,
yell, hammer,
roll.
give them hell, Alabama. Good
Good
night,
night,
Caden.
Caden. Goodbye, Caden.
Night,
You'll
night,
never.
Caden.
Yeah.
And we
Anyway,
got Darrell on the line and Minnesota Dave on the line, along with Godfather at the SEC. How you jumping during the night?
I'm doing
great.
well. How about you all?
Oh, we're doing all right. Doing all right.
All right.
howdy,
You know,
howdy, howdy.
I just wanted to say that Kate needs to take care of that girl and my kids.
oh, shit.
Oh no. Oh boy.
Oh, no. He didn't go that far, did he?
Oh, man.
Oh. Stop laughing, Darrell.
Anywho,
It's funny, Darrell. Laugh.
Well, I'm just trying to when I have a shock laugh right now is my expression. Like, wow, I can't believe he just said that. That's what I'm internalizing right now. Um, y- I don't even know. I lost my train of thought, to be honest with you, with that
y'all,
comment.
y'all,
But
y'all gentlemen, go ahead. I won't
okay.
hop off here. I'll listen to y'all in the chat. Y'all go ahead. Y'all have a good night. I'll be listening in.
All right, man.
Bye bye.
good
Okay.
hearing from you.
Okay.
I was gonna ask you,
Here's a good.
Austin and Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the process, but I'm happy Miami's in the college football playoff.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I believe the committee did the right thing with putting Alabama and Miami in the college football playoff. Do you all think it's the right thing that Alabama and Miami's in the playoff?
I like that Bama's in, but I'm not too thrilled about Miami being in. But I'm just kind of like, you know what? It is what it is.
Okay, well, I guess I got to ask you the follow up question of who should be in the playoff.
Notre Dame.
Okay, well, I got an issue with this because they played, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And Miami did win the game, correct?
Yep.
So why should Notre Dame be ahead of Miami?
Because their winning streak afterwards, and Miami looked like a disaster against SMU and Louisville.
A winning streak though against teams that are like barely good in the ACC.
Right. I mean, they beat NC
Mm-hmm.
State, Boise State, Navy. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
The amount of
USC.
teams
Pitt's
that can
the
go
only
into
decent one from the ACC that they won against.
was Pitt. They beat Pitt in fairness, but Pitt's terrible. They're in the ACC and they're horrible. So I don't buy the winning streak argument because they played a bunch of cupcake teams, and I
Yeah.
want massive non-conference games to matter. If Notre Dame was ranked ahead of Miami, I honestly think my love of college football would just completely go away because it's like the NFL now. You can have two teams play, and it literally doesn't matter at all. So I think they had to do this for the sanctity of the sport itself. I'm not sure about your
Mhm.
thoughts, Dave, on that, but sounds like we're pretty aligned there, Dave.
Yeah, pretty
Mhm.
much. I'm more of a Notre Dame fan. I like Notre Dame, but they don't deserve to be in.
Well,
I
have you
mean, they
seen
should have
all
never
the
been ranked. They should never have been ranked ahead of Miami in the first place.
correct?
Mhm. I'm with you all on this. Like I've been saying this for a bit now too. Because Jackson, one of the biggest things, Jackson's always told us all, he wants to see the Miamis of the world and the Alabamas. He wants to see these big non-con games. But what precedence does it set if they would have put Notre Dame in over Miami? It's the exact same thing with Texas. They're going to be like, why should we play these big games in week one? Why don't we schedule Tarleton State, or why don't we schedule a
Yeah.
Tulane, or schedule these powder puffs, and we can win our way in by going through our conferences? So for me, I'm thrilled that Miami's in because it keeps, like you said, Darrell, we're still going to get big non-conference games, hopefully.
Well, and
And the
honestly,
committee
the committee did it to appease the ACC, really, and I think that's going to end badly because they just basically dug a huge grave for the ACC because it's like, Notre Dame not being in, I think hurts the ACC a lot for the long term, and I think the ACC not having Florida State's back in 2023 hurts them a lot. And I think honestly, you're going to see Notre Dame go, my bridges are burned with you, ACC, because you just sat on your ass and did nothing to defend us. So, because we've made you all this money, we've given you everything, you're nothing without us. You wouldn't have had a great season during the COVID year. You wouldn't have had anything without us. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to opt out of our contract with you. And while we're at it, we're taking our basketball school, our baseball school, our other sports out of the ACC. And you're going to see the ACC, unfortunately, wind up going the route of the old Big East. And they're going to wind up going the route of the old Pac 12. That's what it feels like it's going. And you're going to see Clemson, Florida State, after seeing all that, they're going to like, you know what? We're leaving this joint. We're out. We're going to the ACC, or we're going to the Big Ten. The
Oh.
schools like the NC States, the Dukes, the Wake Forests, the Virginias of the world, those are the ones that are really going to get screwed. They're going to be like, hey, wait a minute. Why'd you piss off Notre Dame? Bring them back here.
Yeah,
Jackson, do you have a tinfoil hat near you? Like, I think you should put that on while talking about this. I mean, maybe I'm confused. So, Austin, you can help me out. What conference is Notre Dame in?
Well, they're in it.
They're
well,
not
they're
in
an
one.
independent in
Okay,
football.
so they're not in the ACC. Is that correct, Austin?
Yes,
What conference is Miami in?
The ACC.
the
So,
ACC.
so, so why would the ACC advocate against a team that's not? Why would they advocate for a team that's not in their conference? That'd be like if the SEC advocated for UConn to make the playoffs. Why would they do this? Why?
It doesn't help them any.
Exactly. Notre Dame, I hate to get high on the hog with Notre Dame, but this elitist attitude that Notre Dame, everybody just needs to bow down and just everybody should just be happy that Notre Dame's just walking in the same path as them. I'm sorry, Notre Dame. The only reason you're even in the discussion is because you have the contract with the ACC, because the ACC is a bunch of trash cans. If they had to play the SEC, middle of the SEC, the middle of the Big Ten, my gosh, they would get clapped. Notre Dame should be groveling at the ACC saying, thank you. Thank you for letting us play NC State, Pittsburgh, Wake Forest every single year. That way we get these Cream Cup pay for wins. Thank you. Thank you, ACC. That's what they should be doing. It should be the complete other way around. I mean, this idea that Notre Dame is this elite institution that's just above everyone else. Notre Dame's not even Ohio State, Alabama, Georgia, Clemson, or anything like that. Okay, they need to put their place in line and just suck it up and join a conference like the rest of us. I mean, it's ridiculous. This elitist attitude they have, and I would say the same thing if it's any other program out there in the country. Okay, I don't see UConn's independent. I don't see them walking around like they're the hot stuff. I mean, they went 9-3 this season. They're like, man,
They won't be
the
independent for
G5
long.
represent, huh?
They won't be independent for long. They'll probably join the MAC. Would join up with.
See, I worry about that because I'm
UMass.
thinking to myself, what does that mean for the Big East in basketball? That's what I worry about.
No, they don't have to join. They don't have to join. They can just join it for football. And just keep it in for football.
And
if you want to talk about Big East, like you said, I think I agree with you, Jackson. If Notre Dame, the only problem is if Notre Dame does not get good teams from that ACC bid all the dang time, that's what hurts them all the dang time. They weren't playing any top teams from the ACC. There wasn't a lot of top teams to pick from.
There was one top team in the ACC.
Duke?
No. Miami was by far the best team in the ACC. Everyone else is a literal trash can. Everyone else in the ACC, in my opinion, could lose to Florida if they played next week, outside of Miami.
Okay.
Yeah. But I always felt
That's
that
fair.
Notre Dame should just join the Big East for all the other sports, but they don't get the big enough revenue. That's the reason why.
Yeah. Well, what Notre Dame needs to do is suck up their pride, join the Big Ten, and then join a conference. And then when you lose and go 8-4 every year because you're not as good as you actually think you are, because you've got to hold on to some hatred from 100 years ago.
Yeah.
It's nonsense. And then for them, by the way, to pull out of this bowl game and be like, oh, we're so devastated. We didn't make the playoffs. We're going to pull out of this bowl game. Shut up. Shut up, Notre Dame. I'm just sorry.
Yeah.
But BYU, Texas, Vanderbilt, all these teams are upset, and they decided to play a bowl game.
Well,
you know who opts out of bowl games? Quitters.
I don't like that pulling out of the bowl game either. I think that's pretty messed up. I do. I think that's pretty messed up.
Yeah,
but
I
at the same time, to be fair, the billionaire elitist at Disney screwed over another person, which is another long line of people they've screwed over. And Notre Dame's like, you know what? Screw you. We're not making you millions. So you know what? Take your Pop-Tarts bowl and shove it up your ass. That's what they said. I don't like it that it screwed 15 practices out of the seniors that were going to play in this ball game. And I think Notre Dame should have said, you know what? We're going to play in this ball game. We're going to beat the hell out of BYU, and we're going to stick our middle fingers and yell, fuck you at Disney. That's what I would do if I were Notre Dame.
Here's the thing, too, real fast before you go real fast. I want to bring this up. So people are blaming the ACC. They're blaming it on Duke. They're saying this is Duke's fault. It's Duke's fault. And it's like, how's it Duke's fault? They won the conference.
The ACC stupid tiebreakers were
it's every conference that has these tiebreakers.
You want to hear something really dumb, guys? I follow the MAC because my parents went to a MAC school and I have family that went to MAC schools. So I'll occasionally follow the MAC. And Miami, Ohio, who lost to Ohio and Toledo, still made it to the conference championship over them when they were tied. How the hell does that work?
I have no clue.
All I know is Austin really perked up because he heard MAC and he thought, that's the level of football my team's going to be playing in a bowl game.
Whoa, Daryl. I have a question for you. Where's Kentucky at in bowl season? Oops, I forget. Kentucky doesn't go bowling anymore.
Hey, listen, okay? We got passed over 7 different times as a 5-17. That's humiliating. Passed over 5
Oh, here we go. Hey, we got another caller on the line. Are we ready to bring him on?
Yeah, I have to get going myself. So yeah. Hey, Caden, if you're listening to, I'm just joking with you, man. Just fucking with you. All right. Have a nice night.
Sleep well, stay safe, stay warm, Dave. It's cold outside. Keep yourself
It
warm.
is.
Get long sleeves out.
Yep. 5 degrees.
There we go, man.
All right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. And we've got 574 Skate Rat on the line. How you doing tonight, good buddy?
I'm bitter, but I'm gonna have to get over this. I mean, there's not much I can do. And here's the problem with all this. It's not really Miami. And you're not gonna like this, dude, but dude, your team got beat badly by Florida State.
That's fair.
Took another loss and then took another beat down. They don't get punished. And that's why we're upset, because we feel we should have had 10, Miami should have had 9. And you guys should have been out. I mean, you can't, if you're going to be punishing BYU for getting their ass kicked, you got to do the same to Alabama and everyone else. I mean, I don't know.
Okay, can you explain to us how BYU got punished? Because as far as I was aware, they were ranked 11th Tuesday, which means they were out of the playoffs, and then they got upgraded to out of the playoffs. So where's the punishment?
I honestly feel that if you're going to punish BYU, you have to do the same to Alabama. I mean, that was a loss number 3. But I mean, I understand everyone has different opinions, but I don't know, man. I mean, I do think we need to do away with the group of 5s getting an automatic bid, because like you're only setting them up for a beat down. It's like, why? Okay, unless it's only exceptions I would make would be, a couple of those Boise State teams from the 2000s, and which is 06 and 09, and maybe Kellen Moore's teams, but I don't know about that. Well, hell, why not? A couple of those TCU teams that had great years back when they were in the Mountain West.
You're talking about the 2008 through 2011 Boise State teams. You're talking about the 2009-2010 TCU teams with Gary Patterson.
Yeah.
What about the UCF Knights team in 2018?
I was going to tell you that, man. I was going to tell you that. I think a couple of those UCFs and Cincinnati 2021. I mean, as long as you're scheduling one of those good Power 4 teams and you beat them, yeah, why not? You probably.
Well, and I'll be honest. I think what I wish would have happened, but I know it was never going to, because it was like the Bama Notre Dame Miami debate that was going to go nowhere. Why not the 3 of them agree to be like, you know what? We want James Madison out. We don't want them anywhere near.
I wish they would. Why a second group of 5 school?
You have to have 5 highest ranked conference championships in. That's written literally in the thing. That's why they're in. So if it wasn't them, it was going to be Kennesaw State or Boise State, most likely, to make it. We have to have inclusion for everybody, because inclusion's the most valuable thing, apparently. I hate it. It's dumb.
I know, right? So,
and now half these games are going
to work a little harder, but anyhow, another thing I'm going to say is, what was I going to say? Forgot what I was going to say. People are going to talk about Notre Dame rage quitting, not playing a bowl game, and I get it. But at the same time, part of me is like, I want to see my boys play one more time at least to end the year on an upswing. But at the same time, you're risking injury to guys who are going to be coming back next year in a meaningless game. And I'm like, and the players, they had a team meeting, and the whole team kind of voted to not play. Why would you want a team that doesn't want to be there in there I mean,
You know what it felt like to me? It felt like, saying no to a boss that gave you an order that you didn't want to do. It's not like anything bad or anything. It's just something you didn't want to do. And you're just like, oh, I quit. You're on your own. You can go find your own replacement. And then you look bad in the end. You look like the bad guy for doing that by quitting.
Yeah, you're a sore loser.
I don't know. I kind of don't really blame him, to tell you the truth. I might be sounding biased, but it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
A part of me kind of does get scared if CJ Carr got hurt.
Yeah. And I'm going to be honest. It kind of scares me for the next 5-10 years, because then it's like, I feel like we're going to be seeing this every year where it's like a team gets left out of the playoffs. They're going to be like, nope, I'm not going to a bowl game. Like, I'm really worried that's what we're going to be seeing every year now. And I'm really hoping teams don't do that. Like,
Don't worry, Jackson. In 10 years, we'll probably have a 32-team playoff, or maybe even a 48-team playoff at this rate. So,
I don't know. I have a bunch of mixed feelings. Like I said, my feelings are mixed up.
Mine are too on this, because it's just like, because not every player, for me, a bowl game, if you're a player that you know is not going to be a draft day guy, but you might still have a chance to go pro, the bowl game's good tape. That's where I kind of am at. And I think coaches understand that. Like Jeremiah Love, he's probably going to be a first rounder, maybe early second rounder. He's going to be one of them guys. But if you're looking at like a Jaden Greathouse or something, who's a good talented receiver, but he's probably going to be one of them 6th, 7th round guys, maybe go undrafted. It would have been good for him if he had a breakout game in the bowl game to put something on tape for a team to look at.
I mean, like,
I think he'll be back next year. I think I could be wrong.
Okay.
I mean, I feel. I mean, we would have had like a fun game between like the Catholics versus the Mormons, like in the Pop-Tart Bowl. Like that would have been so much fun.
Maybe they just gave it a better name. I don't know.
The Pop-Tart Bowl, the most iconic bowl game out there, and that's not a playoff game.
I want to see the Pop-Tart.
I like the Alamo Bowl better. I don't know why.
So I want to ask you this, Skate Rat / Walter. So your problem is not with Miami being in the field; it's with Alabama, correct? I want to make sure I get this right.
Yeah, because I don't like Miami beat us. I have no problem with that one. I can't dispute that one. And I'm going to say this: there's two solutions. One of them is either join a conference, or the other is take care of business in 11 or maybe at 12 games, and you're probably not in that situation.
I don't really like that seeing a lot of these teams skipping out bowl games. Like, and I got really worried about that last year when Marshall did that last year.
Apparently, Marshall did not have enough players for maybe even like.
Southern Miss took their head coach, and they lost 54 players or something insane like that transferred from Marshall to Southern Miss. So.
Yeah, because it's like it worried. Like I got so worried. I'm like, okay, maybe this is just a one-off thing, but it's like, no, this is not a one-off thing. Unfortunately, this is not a one-off thing. I feel like, and the problem is also Disney owning too many of these bowl games. They have 40 of 40. They are airing 40 of 45 bowl games. So
what does that have to do with anything?
What they need to do is just kind of split the take a little bit, or deal with having to cut a few of your bowl games. So here's what Disney needs to be doing.
You should be 7-5 to be bowl eligible. I'm not a fan of 6-6.
I'm kind of cool with the system because I've been so used to it most of my life, but at the same time, I just don't want to be seeing all the bowl games on ESPN or ESPN2. I want to see some bowl games on CBS. I want to see some bowl games on NBC. I want to see some bowl games on Fox. I don't give a rat's ass about another rerun of Peter Griffin picking belly button lint off his belly button. I don't care.
Oh, goodness.
We can watch that anytime. We can watch that anytime.
You know what? The national championship needs to be on. I'm still gonna watch it. The national championship needs to be on Fox. It needs to be on local TV.
Yes.
And they need to have it on probably I don't know why it's Monday. Mondays suck.
So stupid. So stupid. Put that shit on a Saturday night.
I was saying that, but some of the NFL playoffs, like, okay, first things
I
first.
don't
What's
give a
first?
rat's ass about the NFL.
College came first. College should be able to do that.
Well, guys, I understand we all like the NFL, but the NFL playoff is the 5,000-pound gorilla in the room. They will absolutely stomp everything.
Well, here's
Godzilla, and you all are just a person. That is the equivalent.
Here is my offer. Put the national title game on Saturday, and for the NFL's Saturday playoff games, move that ass up to daytime. Make it daytime. Do not make that shit a Saturday night game. No. Your Saturday games are daytime games.
Well, did you see? They're so afraid of the NFL. I'm not sure if you've seen what they've done with the.
NFL should be afraid of college, not the other way around. Because
Jackson, that's laughable. The NFL just had a Thanksgiving Day game that had 57 million viewers. I mean,
here's the thing, though.
You can combine like the top 5 college football games, and I don't think it would hit 57 million.
Where do people think like the prospects come from? They come from college. NFL needs the college prospects the most. That's the thing, though. NFL needs to realize who they need to play ball with. Honestly, they are forgetting that. Obviously, it's like the ants versus the grasshoppers on a Bud's Life.
Jackson, I'm sorry. I just don't understand how you don't see that the NFL is literally the king of all sports. And they have to everybody moves everything around them. I was going to say, the top 2 playoff games, which is Texas A&M and Miami and Alabama versus Oklahoma, they've intentionally made it to where they're not going to be competing with the NFL. That's not a coincidence because last year they went head to head.
Playoff predictions. Let's have some fun with this. You guys, not now, but I don't know, a little bit. Maybe next week, let's come on here and make predictions.
We could do that.
Me and Jackson got you covered.
Yeah, we'll make sure to find some time for you. And we're figuring out when to have the bowl predictions for you guys because
I can't do bowl predictions because you don't know what players are going to be playing, what players are going to be opting out. The whole opting out thing is first it was players opting out because Jalen Smith's injury, and then now Notre Dame got so pissed off. Oh boy! But
it's just such a shame. Yeah, I don't like that either. Small time republic. The only time NFL should be playing on Christmas Day is when it's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, not Christmas Day every year. I mean, no. I think people have to just kind of push back on that crap.
Yeah, that's not happening. Look, I don't think you understand how powerful the NFL is. It's not even just a sporting event; it's a cultural phenomenon.
I made one time. I made a Justin Tuck highlight video when I was 19 or so. No, 18. And on my.
Oh no! He accidentally got no. Come on! I am so
anyway,
sorry.
real.
Just like his playoff chance out. Isn't that shocking? The Notre Dame man got cut out. Who could have? That is poetic right there. That the Notre Dame man was the one who got cut out.
Why did it cut out on him? I am not happy about that. It's
here's the thing too.
StreamYard, stop cutting out our callers. I got the belt.
Here's the thing too. Daryl, you're talking about cultural. Like Jackson loves his college football, but here's the thing about it. Like Jackson, his biggest thing is college football should be the forefront, and I'm like Jackson, it wouldn't do good numbers. And
Right.
it's just like, with the NFL. Like if you kick the NFL off, they're only just gonna get mad and assertive and show you who the boss is. That's all they're
Right.
gonna
I
do.
mean, that really was shown during the Ohio State Tennessee game. You compare that viewership to the NFL playoff game that was on side by side, it wasn't even close. And that's what's going to, I mean, they intentionally avoided those games because they wanted their premier matchups to actually have some muster. I mean, this Oregon James Madison game in terms of TV ratings is going to do like what? Nothing. TNT's the
Maybe
one who. The ultimate loser was the TNT executives tonight because Ole Miss,
There we go.
Tulane,
Sorry about that.
and James Madison, Oregon's going to be their 2 games. But it's a complete disaster what's happening with the playoffs. 50% of the playoffs is a complete joke. Tulane, Ole Miss, complete blowout. Oregon, James Madison, complete blowout. And then guess what? On top of that, we got a rematch between Alabama and Oklahoma. That's what we want in playoffs: is rematches. Also, Tulane and Ole Miss is a rematch. And then the winner, if Ole Miss wins, that will be a rematch with Ole Miss Georgia.
And see, here's the thing too with that, Daryl, is, and that's what's just eventually is going to happen. We're going to get more rematches. The rivalries and all these games are not going to become as special. And here's the thing too, Daryl, we could see Bama Georgia for the 3rd time this year. Think about that.
Yeah, it's unlikely though. That's unlikely,
but
they have to mean in the national championship game.
I mean, I think Georgia could win the whole thing.
Yeah, Georgia. I think right now Georgia's the 2nd best team, maybe the best team. Indiana, like right now, I wouldn't mind if we just got rid of the stupid playoff and we had Indiana Georgia play for the national championship.
That's fine.
We're just doing a bunch of needless hurdles, in my opinion, that just to make everyone feel included in the process. And yet what's happening is no one's happy because we'll have Notre Dame man come on here and explain to us that Alabama should be left in the playoffs because they played a conference championship game against a team they've already beaten and they lost to it, despite Notre Dame man sitting at home and playing absolutely nobody. You know, no matter what happens, everybody's just going to rationalize their team making the playoffs. I mean, if Miami and Notre Dame situation was the complete opposite, you would have a bunch of Miami fans saying, well, head-to-head shouldn't matter, in my opinion. And that's what will happen if we expand to 16, 24, or 32, is everybody's just going to argue for their thing.
And Daryl, and the sad part about it is that I've said this to Jackson and I've said it to Jeffrey. I think they're trying to turn the college football playoffs into March Madness. They want that feel in college football.
Yeah, it's not
they
happening.
want a good Cinderella. They want a good Cinderella story. They want a Vanderbilt to go on a Cinderella run. They want it to be where an Ohio State or a Georgia, these blue bloods could lose to a Cinderella. They want more of those, and it's just like it's not the same. Because college basketball, you can get hot or you can miss some shots. College football, at the end of the day, talent's more than likely going to win out. Like James Madison, they're probably going to get beat by, being generous, 27 points by Oregon. If we're being generous, maybe Oregon will be nice and let them score a couple times. What do we think?
Yeah, their strength of schedule, by the way, Austin, 123rd.
The discrepancy is real.
Yeah, the discrepancy is an underway of putting it. Now, their strength of record is 18, which is very deceptive because they've just been up on cream puffs all year. But, I mean, I saw them play against Troy, and the first thing I thought is, man, I want them to play against Oregon. That was the first thought I had. I said, man, they're really struggling against Oregon.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Oh, God, it cut him off again.
Yeah.
You're not doing anything to it, are you, Austin?
No, Jackson. I'm not doing anything, I promise.
That's just the Notre Dame man keep getting put down by the world.
Yeah,
Hey,
StreamYard is messing with
do you
it.
think maybe if his team joins the conference, he'll be allowed it back in? I think there may be some connection between them. You know, if Notre Dame won their conference this year, I think they would have made the college football playoff. I think that was the thing that really could have been the difference. Yeah, Ohio State can win it all. I mean, there's 3 teams who can win it all this year, in my opinion: Indiana, Georgia, Ohio State. Ohio State's the least proven of the 3, in my opinion, because their best win is Texas. And Texas is a solid team. I mean, I would say they're the 9th best team in the country, maybe 8th. I think they've got some flaws, but they're the very top of the team with flaws. So, but,
I mean,
Indiana's beating Oregon, Georgia's beating a bunch of other great teams. Sorry, Austin, I'll let you go.
oh no, you're good. You're good. I just want to add to that, Darrell. I've said this now. You may laugh at me, but I think Texas A&M could make a run at it. I think they're a really good football team. They've had a couple bad games, but when they play their best, we've seen how good they can be. They've got everything you would want in a championship team. What do you think, Darrell? Am I being
I think they have absolutely played nobody with a soul outside of Notre Dame. I have no idea how good they are. I mean, in my world, if I was doing playoffs, I would have Texas A&M out of the college football playoff, and I would have Texas in. I don't care. Texas A&M's 11-1. They've beaten absolutely nobody outside of Notre Dame. So I value high octane wins. Texas has 3. Texas A&M has 1. That's the way I view it.
I got you. Okay.
Is Texas A&M going to beat Ohio State? Probably not.
Probably not. No. I mean, here's the thing. Realistically, like looking at the bracket, I mean, like you said, Indiana, Ohio State, Georgia, or like you said, Darrell, they're the 3 that a lot of people are going to pick. But Texas A&M, I've seen some people say they could be a sneaky. I've seen some people say Alabama could still win the national championship. Now, I know the performance we saw against Georgia, a lot of people would disagree about that.
That would be the best. That would be the most funny outcome. That would be by far the funniest. Because everybody on Twitter that's Notre Dame fans. It's like, or who hates the SEC says Alabama's out, they don't deserve it. It's all rigged, and then Alabama just dog walks the Big Ten and beats Indiana and Oregon. That would be so funny, man. Just seeing the cope and meltdown of all those people would be hilarious.
Oh, that'd be funny.
Oh yeah.
But here's the thing too, Darrell. I mean, let's not discount Texas Tech, how good they are. I mean, their defensive line, Darrell, they're like Indiana. They could get home. I know you're laughing at me. I know.
Yeah, Texas Tech, they look really good against, TCU and West Virginia and Baylor and those level teams. Let's see them play a legit top 5 team in Oregon first, okay? They may be a legit team. I just have no data point.
Oregon won't last long in the playoffs. They feel similar to Penn State from last season.
Well, Penn State made the Final Four, so Oregon plays JMU. I mean, they should win that game. I mean, if they don't, then we're going to laugh at them to the end of time, and they should disband their program if they lose to James Madison in the playoffs. But I mean, they could lose to Texas Tech, I suppose. I don't know how good Texas Tech is. Really? They haven't beaten anybody that's elite. I think BYU's a good team. I think they're a borderline top 15 team.
Utah's a really good team as well.
Utah. They did beat Utah.
Fine. Yeah, Utah's best wins against Arizona. I mean, Arizona's fine. They're decent. They're nice. They're a nice team. I think Utah is okay. I mean, Utah and Texas Tech could win a game in the tournament against Oregon. That wouldn't shock me. But are they going to beat Indiana? I doubt.
No.
Maybe.
No.
I wouldn't be surprised if Tech goes far because they seem like that TCU team from a couple years ago, Darrell, where they could surprise a few people. The Big 12 can have a breakout year. Like
really surprised when TCU played Georgia. You're right about that. I was surprised by the margin of defeat. But I will give you that.
See, here's the thing, though, Darrell. They beat Michigan that year, right? And everyone picked Michigan to dominate that game. And what happened? TCU took it to them. Now, the Georgia game, there is no defense for that. That was just an outclass. That was basically little brother, just basically big brother, basically spanking little brother. That's what that was. You're right. But who knows? I mean,
Well, what we
maybe
do
Ole
know
Miss
right
was
now, for sure, almost certainty, is Oregon and Ole Miss have a better than a bye game, which means they get all the upside of playing a football game, but none of the downside of actually losing the game. So that's nice for them. I mean, the 7th seed and 6th seed shouldn't have this much of discrepancy. The 6th seed is 17.5 point favorites last I saw, and the 7th seed is only 4 point favorites. There shouldn't be a 13.5 point gap between being 6 and 7 in this playoff structure. So the G5, I'm sorry, you get to go. You get to make your own playoff. You know, you got to be like the FCS. You got to have your own tournament, maybe to lead us in the college football playoff. You can have 16, 24, 32 teams, whatever you want, to expose a bunch of programs that nobody knows or cares about. And you get to have some fun. And we get to have some fun watching them and learning new players and storylines and stuff. But they're just taking up way too many valuable spots. I mean, even last year was arguable. They took up a valuable spot with Alabama or South Carolina or Miami being on. This year's just inarguable.
But here's the thing, though, Darrell. I will push back on that just a little bit, though. People wanted inclusivity in college football. They wanted the group of 5 to feel like we aren't forgetting about them. And the committee was like, okay, we'll let you have a spot. And Darrell, and in the group of 5's defense, they were not expecting the ACC to go down this quick or this fast with Duke. Now, I will say I'm happy that Duke won the ACC for Manny Diaz to prove my point to Jackson. I am happy about that because I do love me some Manny Diaz. But that's the problem, Darrell. Next year, do we honestly think the ACC is going to have another one of these years where the conference champions 8-5?
No, but the ACC, but the last 2 years, the G5 team has completely destroyed the bracket, with Boise State being the 3 seed, and this year them getting 2. I just don't think the G5, unless you meet certain qualifications, should be in the college football playoff. And those qualifications should be being one of the top 12 teams in the country, like everyone else. I don't think we should have to shoehorn special exemptions for all these teams.
So, if it was up to you, Darrell, the 5 highest conference champions rule, if you were making the rules for the bracket, that would be no longer a thing in your bracket.
Right. I would get rid of it. I just want to, ideally, I would do the +1 model. That'd be my first format. If we had to have 12 teams, I would do the 12 best teams. I've noticed everyone who pushes the, what is it? Like the 4-4-3-3-2-1 model or 4-3, 2-2-2-2 model, whatever it's called. It's a stupid name. They need to make better names because too many numbers. But those are mainly ACC fans, Big 12 fans, G5 fans, which means they know they can't earn it on the field. So they have to artificially have playoff spots, which is kind of sad that they don't think they can beat the SEC and Big 10. But, it is what I just want to see legit teams that can win all. If we want to have an exclusive tournament like March Madness, let's just open this puppy up to 24 teams like some of them won. That way, I know it's ridiculous, but we...
You're good, Darrell. I was just pulling up the comment. You're good. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say the people who won 24 teams are going to legit saying Iowa at 8-4 should make the college football playoff this year. It makes no logical sense to me, but hey, more power to them.
And like this comment reads here, Darrell, they're trying to make it like March Madness because TV Land loves a Cinderella team. Doesn't make sense in football though, and that's exactly what I try to tell people is when they want to expand to 64, 32, and do all these big numbers, they think they're replicating it in football. They think, oh, maybe one year we can have an Alabama go down to a Cinderella Utah team in the round 2 or something, or Utah goes on a run, or maybe a team like, let's see, Wake Forest makes a run out of the ACC. No one sees coming, but it it doesn't happen in football. Like, that's the sad part about it. Like, leave basketball to do the basketball things. I mean, Daryl, you know this better than anybody. How many times has the Cinderella beaten Kentucky in basketball? Many, many times. I mean, you're basically known for the upset alert at this point, especially Cal's later years. But go ahead.
Well, thanks for the. I appreciate the intentional digs, Austin. I greatly appreciate that. But
Hey, you give them back to me, so I got to give them to you.
no, that's fair. I mean, at least some things, more things change, more things stay the same. That's why Louisville can't beat John Calipari. More things change, more stay the same. But
Oh, anywho, go ahead with your point.
I just wanted to ask you, Austin, in terms of what you want out of this playoff and what you would do, because I don't think I've ever heard what you've wanted. Do you want automatic qualifiers, or do you want like the 5+11, or what? What do you want that's realistic?
Honestly, I'm with you. There has to be a happy medium. If you win a power conference, so the ACC, the Big 12, the SEC, Big 10, you should automatically have a spot in the playoffs, in my opinion. Now, that may be something not a lot of people agree with, but you won your power conference. You won the Power 4 conference. You earned your spot. As far as the group of 5 goes, that's up for debate. If we want to include the group of 5, we can. But I'm all in favor. If you're in a power conference and you have a comparable record, you are an automatic lock. You get one of the 12 spots. That's what I want out of it.
Absolutely.
I want conference championships to still mean something, because I'm getting sick and tired of hearing all day today, well, conference championships are getting devalued. Alabama might opt out next year. This, and I'm like, don't you even start that. Don't you?
They
even
would have
start
opted out if they were left out of the playoffs. I almost would have guaranteed you that. I think the issue is having this large of a playoff field is almost going to guarantee every single year the Big Ten and SEC championship game is just irrelevant. And I don't see any way to remedy that or fix it, because their league is just too good. And I think that's where people are coming from.
That's why I was saying, like, earlier tonight on Ladies of College Football, and I was looking on Matt Zemmett's article from College Wire, where there's a suggestion of, instead of just conference championship games, why not just make it like bubble watch games? Have it be like, say, Alabama, Miami, or Vanderbilt, Notre Dame, or Virginia, Texas, or something like that instead. Or like BYU, or no, scratch that, BYU, Texas.
I mean, it could be interesting. I mean, the issue I could see with that is people will complain about their matchup. There will be somebody who's always on the outside that's looking in. Somebody will complain it's rigged against them. BYU's got to go up against the SEC team. It's rigged that they're not playing the other conference. They want to eliminate it. You know how it is.
It does feel like, because it's like college football has never really been about fairness and all that, because like somebody is going to get screwed. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's a bunch. Sorry.
Oh, you're good, Daryl. Go ahead.
I was going to say there's a bunch of teams that can't win the national championship, and there's a lot of people who just don't understand that you can't just look at your record and that determines how good your team is. 9-3 teams are better than some 10-2 teams. There's some 8-4 teams that are better than some 11-1 teams out there. Now, they're few and far between, but they do exist. And the fact people can't understand this is, I think, what's hurting the sport the most.
And let me run this by you, Jackson and Daryl, and I want your opinion on this, because this is something that I saw floating around. How do we feel about a 4-team play-in tournament, like they do for the NBA? Like, say for example,
for regular season,
for the playoffs. Let's say the 4 teams. Let's say we put Notre Dame, Texas, Vandy, and Utah, and they all 4 play one another in a little mini tournament. And the winner of that little mini tournament gets one of the final spots, or gets the extra +1, like Dario says. How do we feel about that? Would that be good, bad, or just more wear and tear?
I mean, that'd be fine, but you'll run into people like to complain. So whoever's just
Yeah.
outside that will say, "Oh, we should have been in it." Utah, who has the same record as everyone else, isn't in it, and it's because of SEC bias, and it's because the Big 12 is always underrepresented. I think, by the way, I just
gotcha.
want to throw this in. My favorite take I saw today was somebody said Texas Tech got a ticket to the national championship game. That was probably my favorite take that was out there today. Just because the playoff bracket was released, they got a ticket to the national championship game. So you can put them in Sharpie. I heard that on good authority.
Oh Lord.
They do realize the person that tweeted that, Darrell, they do realize that the Texas Tech's prize is Oregon, right?
Yeah, this guy was talking about how Oregon isn't, he was looking past Indiana, talking about how Indiana wasn't that good. If Indiana ain't good, then nobody's good.
Wow. Listen,
Yeah, I know.
I mean, here's the thing. We're gonna find all this out in due time. Playoffs start in 2 weeks. And we're gonna find all this out because the best team's gonna win at the end. This is just how it goes. If Texas Tech wins, they're the best team, right? There would be no arguments, correct?
I think we're going to end up in the same place we start with Georgia, Indiana in the national championship game. I think that's probably what's going to happen. Which, by the way, I heard Cinderellas can never make it in college football, but Indiana would have made the national championship this year. I mean, that's crazy. That's like a Cinderella story in itself. If it tells you 3 years ago, Indiana's going to make the national championship game.
And see, that's the thing, Darrell. Like, the 12 teams are in now. And I always tell people this. If you can run through this bracket and win the national championship, you're the best team because you earned it the hard way. And I know some people may say if Texas Tech wins it, for example, Darrell, I know you won't, Darrell, because you're sensible. But a lot of people will say, oh, it was fluke. Texas Tech was fluky. Having to win 3 games, would you consider that a fluke, either one of you?
No.
Okay. So that would be my point. And I get upset when people do that. I'm like, they had to win 3 games against 3 really good teams. They were the best team, whether we like it or not.
Yeah, I wanted to go over some crazy takes with you just for fun since the playoff bracket was. I saw Kalani Sitake talk about after their humiliating loss to Texas Tech, how they played the number 1 team in the country twice. Like, why is Texas Tech all of a sudden being elevated number 1? Makes no logical sense. Dumb comment by him. I saw Manny Diaz, your boy, talk about how Virginia was still a playoff team after losing to Duke and how they might have the best quarterback in the country. Virginia does not have the best anything in the country. You can just end the sentence there. I mean, it's embarrassing. You go 8-5 Duke rolls out, and the Manny Diaz like, we just played an elite football team. They're a playoff team. They've got 3 losses, but they're a playoff team. They got might have the best quarterback in the country on the other side. Oh man.
Well, here's the thing. I don't try to put as much stock into those coaches. I just look at it as it's coach speak. They're trying to lobby their case. That's all. I kind of just am like, it's like, here's the thing too. And they even said it last night when they were on stage celebrating and everything. Even the announcers were like, even if Duke really believed that, they know deep down they're not making the playoffs. They had no chance to begin with. And I'm like, even the announcers are telling you that they're just saying that to hopefully maybe by a prayer they change the committee's mind. Like, people have said it for weeks is if Duke wins the ACC, it's up to Miami to save the conference.
Right. Absolutely. I completely agree with you. I saw a Notre Dame Twitter account take a screenshot of the Miami Texas A&M game, and they said they could beat both. Notre Dame could beat both of those teams. I thought that might have been the best cope I've seen today. Was that Notre Dame could beat both Miami and Texas A&M. I mean, the irony in that post is amazing to me. It's like
Notre Dame, you went 0-2.
I know. They're delusional, man. They're in cope land. They're coping hard. I mean, I'm not sure if you saw the viral tweet of the Kalshi betting market for the New York Giants next football coach, but Marcus Freeman at one point was 89% to be the next football coach of the New York Giants, which that would be hilarious if he quit the bowl game. But guys, I'm out. I'm going to the NFL. Like, it'd be even funnier when Lincoln Riley said, "Hey guys, Oklahoma's joining the SEC. I'm out. I'm headed to USC." And then USC joined the Big Ten like 2 weeks later.
Man.
And I want to address this real fast. He says, "Do you hate Darrell Austin? You're a Louisville fan. He's a Kentucky fan. Aren't you rivals?" I don't hate nobody. Hate's a strong word. And listen, I dislike the team Darrell roots for, but I don't dislike Darrell the person. Darrell's a
good dude, man. Like he is a great dude to hang out with, and he's somebody that we know for a fact we can trust when it comes right down to it.
Now, Darrell's taste in sports teams, now that's another story. But Darrell the person's a good guy. We like Darrell, and we could separate that. But when Kentucky and Louisville play, I'm sorry, Darrell, the calls have got to come out.
That's fair. That's totally fair.
But I mean, and this is funny too. Trojan Fight says Riley was 2-0 for CSC after leaving Oklahoma. Who did he beat?
LSU 2024 and Texas A&M in their bowl game to end the 2024 season.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that LSU game.
I'm still looking for USC in the playoffs, by the way. I thought they were going to make the playoffs this year or last year. Lincoln Riley was supposed to be the greatest hire since sliced bread. Like, I remember that offseason, everybody's like, whoa, USC hired Lincoln Riley. USC is back. And they're back to, what is it, the Las Vegas Bowl? The Gasparilla Bowl, something like that? I'm not even joking. I think they're legitimately in the Las Vegas Bowl against Utah.
Well, they're playing against TCU in the Alamo Bowl, I believe.
Okay. Wow, that's a heck of a game as they're playing TCU.
Oh, they'll beat that.
That's the pinnacle of Lincoln Riley is, man, they're going to play TCU in some bowl game nobody's going to watch. Now, this is also going to be good is last year I was told by every Big Ten fan that the bowl game results mattered, and that's why the Big Ten was better. When the SEC dominates this year because they're a deeper conference, is the Big Ten man still going to believe that bowl game's going to matter, or are now they going to be irrelevant and only playoff games matter? I have a feeling it's going to be that second one. Because I'm not sure if you've seen any of the bowl game matchups. I saw Texas is playing Michigan. That's an instant Texas check mark.
Yep.
Ooh, that might be a good game.
I'm mad that we're not going to have a Pittsburgh Penn State matchup in the Pinstripe Bowl. I mean, I get Penn State Clemson's cool, but I'd rather have Penn State Pittsburgh. I want to see some state pride for Pennsylvania.
See, why did we get East Carolina? That's upsetting. I mean, not East Carolina, Toledo. My bad.
Penn State's a bunch of assholes.
Oh, it's because you all had no playoff representation.
I don't care.
Because your conference is literal garbage, so they just had to put a hodge. The bowl tie-ins were really good this year.
In the Military Bowl. I mean, if I were a recruit and it's I'm never going to a natty, but I get a shot to go play at Yankee Stadium, that'd be awesome. I want to go play at Yankee Stadium.
So I have a question. Jackson, you would know this better. Maybe you know this better too. Since Notre Dame backed out, who replaced them?
Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech.
Okay. And they're going to play
BYU.
Ooh, okay. That could be a fun game.
I still wish there was Notre Dame BYU, though. Because, I mean, the Catholics versus the Mormons, the Rambling Rat versus the Mormons. The hell am I supposed to do with that?
That might be a fun game if everybody, if Bear Bachmeyer and Haynes King all don't opt out and everybody plays. That could be a fun bowl game. That could be one of the
Yeah, there's some
One of the
good,
better bowl
intriguing matchups this year, more than last year. I think
mean,
they did a good job.
Georgia Tech. Okay, so I'm looking at. Okay, like Georgia Tech, Vanderbilt's better. I don't think like Virginia, Missouri. That's gonna be sloppy. LSU, Houston, depressing. Uh, Christmas Eve. I know that there's nothing going on Christmas Eve. I know like Cal Hawaii looks boring, but last year's edition of the Hawaii Bowl, we had Magic on there. And one thing I remember is if the Hawaii Bowl is the only event on television, that means there's probably going to be some excitement coming out.
Yeah, isn't it Cal Hawaii this year? I think that's actually going to be a pretty high scoring football game. I think Cal's quarterback, and they got one wide receiver. I think his name is I don't remember it, but he's really good. Like he could be an NFL level receiver in the slot. Yeah, Jesus, he absolutely cooked SMU and Louisville, from what I remember.
I tell you, Illinois, Tennessee. Keep your eyes open on that. Yes, because I want to see who's legit. Because that kind of seems like the battle of the winner of that game will have momentum for next year. Because Tennessee and Illinois are kind of in the same ballpark almost. Now, obviously, Tennessee, I would say, is a little higher grade. Like they have a more higher ceiling than I think Illinois. But I think, yes, Tennessee has way more talent than Illinois. But I think that's going to be a fun little game. Arizona State Duke could be fun. Iowa Vandy. Ooh. An Iowa defense versus a Vandy offense. Quick take on that, Daryl. Do you think Vandy, how do you think they'll stand up against that defense?
Iowa has got absolutely blasted anytime they play a top 25 team outside. Now, it's improved greatly this year. I'm leaning Vanderbilt early, but, with injuries and opt-outs and all that stuff, it really depends on Diego Pavia if he's going to play in that game. He's going to be by far the best player in that game. So, if he plays, I'll take Vandy. If he doesn't, I'll take Iowa.
Yeah.
Nebraska and Utah. Real fast, too, in the Las Vegas Bowl. That's a good game. I mean, Jackson, let me ask you real fast, good buddy. Is this a must-win for Matt Rule?
Yes.
Okay. Because a lot of people are beginning to question if he can actually lead Nebraska to where they want to go. That's why I'm asking. Is this a must-win?
Honestly, it's that whole Pavia, that whole Raiola injury that's been that's been really getting Nebraska down.
Oh boy. Apparently, Tennessee fans are talking bad about your team, Daryl.
Hey, listen, we didn't get a bowl invite this year. I mean, listen, next year we won't get a bowl invite either, and that'll be okay. Now you can't win them all, or even some, or even a few games.
Arizona, SMU. That'll be a fun game.
Oh, that'll be fun. And
Wake, Mississippi State. How did Mississippi State sneak in? No offense.
It's because of the opt-outs of Iowa State and Kansas State, I think it was.
Yep, Iowa State, Kansas State. Funny enough, who'd have thought that would happen? Week 0 after the game, it's like, oh, Iowa State had a great game. Yeah, well, both these teams are going to opt out of their bowl game anyway. If you had said that, people would have looked at you weird in week 0.
I think Mississippi State's a good replacement. I think Mississippi State Wake Forest could be a legit good football team because Wake Forest is on the level of Arizona State, in my opinion. And that was a really good football game back in
oh man.
March. Well, the beginning of the season.
Well, anything else we got for
Norwood Jackson.
Oh.
All right, Jackson. Don't you start on us.
I'm not. Anything else we got for tonight?
Yes.
No.
Real fast, Daryl. Blake Gregory's been asking, what do you think of Will Stein, the hire there? Give your take on that real fast for us, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I like Will Stein as a hire. I like an offensive mind going in a different direction. I think it's going to bring something different and exciting. I hope quarterback issues will finally be solved at Kentucky. We've had literally a revolving door at quarterback over the last 5 or 6 years. And I'm hoping with the rotation of just offensive coordinator as well, we're able to get some continuity, some stability, even if we lose an offensive coordinator or quarterback that Will Stein, as the offensive genius, should provide, will be fine and will be exciting. Like, I think it's tough losing games 20. Like, if you don't score 24 points on us, it's basically over. I think it's more exciting to lose 38-35. And I'm hoping we at least lose a few games like that. I recognize we're not going to be good because we play Tennessee, Texas A&M, and like a whole host of other
Oh
teams that
Lord.
play better than Kentucky. Yeah, I know. But you are what your record says you are. We might be 4-8 next year, Austin, if you look at our schedule. I mean, it's
Listen,
just elite team after elite team after elite team.
why are they doing that to poor Kentucky? I thought if you were a bad team the previous year, they give you a little break in the schedule.
I don't think there's any
Like,
break in the SEC. I mean, listen, it's not like in the ACC where you get to play Wake Forest, NC State, and then you get to go to a bowl game against Toledo. I mean,
okay.
Toledo, I mean,
Listen
no
here,
offense.
Oh,
I would eat Kentucky in football. What in the world?
I know they would
Anywho,
destroy us in
go ahead,
basketball.
Andrew.
I know they would destroy us in basketball. That's the only thing I do know for sure. But listen, Kentucky is a women's volleyball school, okay? I can't help it. That's just who we are, okay? We got the number 2 team in the country. We're in the Sweet 16. Hopefully, we make the national championship game and lose to Nebraska, the other only women's volleyball school out there. So, this is my
Baseball, DeReal.
postseason.
Why
Yeah,
did you not say Kentucky was a baseball school?
Hey, listen, it's postseason in women's volleyball right now, okay? We're in the Sweet
all right.
16. We're the 1 seed. We're riding
Okay.
high. We're going to make the Final Four most likely, and it's going to be exciting.
Okay, DeReal. I was just going to say baseball would be a better sport because not that many people watch volleyball, but
Hey,
I
listen,
mean,
I like to win,
but
okay? I want to see my team win. It's very rare nowadays to see Kentucky wins. That graphic hasn't popped up a lot for me lately in any sport. So, I'm having to go deep in the weeds. I had to watch some golf highlights the other day, okay?
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know. I'm having to go
You
deep.
really need a win.
you know what, DeReal? I almost have pity for you now. You're watching golf highlights.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Shout out to the bench. By the way, I saw a funny thing. Based on transitive property, Michigan's 40 points better than Gonzaga. Gonzaga's 35 points better than Kentucky. So Michigan-Kentucky should be a 75-point basketball game. Just think about
Lord.
Hey, but let's
have-
go out with the StreamYard thing.
it. I don't know. They're trying to push you
I
out of the
don't know,
playoffs
Jackson.
as well. That's what's happening.
But as always, though, DeReal, it's always a pleasure having you on. Even though you're a darn Kentucky fan.
We love
Ben,
you for it.
listen here, Ben. Don't make Jackson get the Pop-Tart out on you. You stop it.
Hey, look,
DeReal could just
I get to watch that high-octane Oregon James Madison game. That's what I wanted to see entering the season. I'm going to be like, yes, I got to see James Madison, Oregon in the college football playoff. Listen, you all are good.
Yep,
Oregon's
DeReal,
a great team. They could probably will make the semifinals because their path is easy, and then they'll lose to Indiana. That's Oregon's best season they've had, maybe in the history of their program, and in this era, if they've lost to Indiana twice. That's the best program since they made the national championship game. We lost to Indiana twice.
And Jackson, apparently you're a closet Tennessee fan.
Oh Lord.
But anywho, dude, though, DeReal, that knowing you, DeReal, you were probably like at the beginning of the season, the perfect playoffs. We'll have Oregon, JMU, and we're gonna have an Ole Miss Tulane rematch
from the show.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, Austin. When I saw Tulane play Ole Miss, I said, man, I wonder in 10 weeks if Tulane can improve enough to overcome this 35-point loss. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Oh man. Well, I will say though, we're getting close to running out of time for the show, but it's gonna be a while. We've got a fun wild ride ahead of us. Oh, come on. Yep.
I didn't do that. There we go.
You're back. But we're gonna be wrapping up just a little bit.